I'm Lucy Berman. I was Lenny's campaign manager back in 2020, and I know that we're all expected to say just positive things about Lenny, but I do feel like I should start with a confession that in 2020 you almost broke up my roommate and her girlfriend because you were a little overconfident in my ability to turn garlic scapes into pesto. And I did end up making a dish that could have killed a vampire, but instead just killed the mood, making them eat it on their second date. So that was my bad. But I bring that up because we're lucky enough to be here right now in Lenny's garden, which is really more of a farm if we look at it. Garden feels like the wrong term for this. And if you'll bear with me through a cheesy metaphor, I do think that it's a perfect example of why Lenny is the special person that we know he is, but why he's also such an exemplary candidate for public office and why he's going to be such a phenomenal state senator. In the last 3 summers that I've known him, I've been shocked at the start of every summer to come over here and see everything planted in its right place, from the strawberries in the back to the asparagus to the cabbage. And I don't know how he has the time to do it. I think we're all pretty shocked at his ability to multitask. But then he harvests it and he gives most of it away. And that summer that I was working for him in 2020, I didn't buy produce at the grocery store once because I had so much summer squash and eggplant that I didn't know what to do with, and I made a lot of dishes that could kill. But you save me a lot of money, and you don't let anybody leave without a bag of produce, which is now, I guess, a promise I'm making we'll have to fulfill. But I think the final process, too, is what he can turn it into. Where I nearly broke up a couple I care very dearly about, Lenny manages to take the things that he grows and turn them into the most delicious meals I've ever eaten. And if you've been lucky enough to be invited over for dinner at Lenny's house, then you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's that commitment to the full process, from the planting to the giving away to the sharing what he makes with it, that speaks to his generosity and speaks to who he will be as a representative. So all we ask today is that you match his generosity, or even come close to his generosity, and give what you can. Like Kendra said, what he needs is donations if you're able, time and knocking on doors if you can give your time, and at the very least just some words of encouragement. It's an uphill battle, and we've been at this for a couple of years now, so all the hugs and words of support are very worthwhile. So thank you for being here, and I would now like to introduce the mother of the event, Lenny's mom, Elaine.